West was won, or at least how Hollywood has made it appear. For a more historically accurate reenactment, you'd have to go to the roundup our Bill Geist has dropped in on.
Once whole posses of gunslinging cowboys galloped across the TV and movie screens of America. There's still plenty of guns around, but where have all the cowboys gone? We'll trail them to Yuma, Arizona later on Sunday morning.
Plenty of stories have been told about how the West was won. Time for one more from our own Bill Geist.
Yuma, Arizona, where sometimes a good, decent man like myself has to stand up to some dirty, low-down rattlesnake. Time out. Wait a second. I can't die this early in the story. Once upon a time, the gunslinger cowboy was king out here. Well, twice, actually. Once for real in the late 1800s. Then again in the mid-20th century, when cowboys like Matt Dillon, John Wayne, and the Lone Ranger roamed the TV and movie screens of America. And every kid wanted to be a cowboy or cowgirl. I know I certainly did. But alas, those cowboys have long since hit the trail. So it was thrilling to see whole posses of these gunslingers.
Welcome, teams, and thank you for supporting the 14th annual gathering of the Gunfighters.
At the old Yuma Territorial Prison for the gathering of the Gunfighters this past weekend. There was some good old-fashioned bar fighting. And enough gunslinging to cause a waiting line at Boot Hill.
Keep your hands where I can see them. But I have my...
Of course, things are mighty different these days.
I'm arresting you for murder.
Seems like you can't shoot anybody anymore without being a member of the Reenactment Guild of America. Bet you Wyatt Earp didn't have to show his guild card at the OK Corral.
I'm letting you get away with this. What are you going to do now, Rube?
Gunfights here were carefully scripted to look like they'd been torn straight from the pages of Wild West history books.
Thank you.
And when the shooting stopped...
Guys, I like the show.
It was a wonderful, wonderful story.
You need to relax with your lines.
The gunslingers were evaluated on the historical accuracy and overall quality of their skits.
My concern is your chaps. Their bat wings didn't come in till the late 1880s.
I'm going to ask you about your dark glasses. Typically back in the West, the only people that wore dark glasses were either blind or syphilitic. And I'm assuming you're not either one.
Simon Powell here.
Judge Byron Burnham.
I catch them, labels on pants, little things like that.
Does it extend down to your underwear?
It has in the past.
I want to ask you a question about your dress.
Judge Barbara Chatham.
You wouldn't have a dress that was that short, maybe about 2 inches longer. What we want to do is, we don't want people to forget the Old West. We want to keep the Old West alive.
You say when, cowboy?
Even if that means gunning down everyone in town. But they didn't want to carry the historical thing too far.
I want to talk about the guns the reenactors use out here. They are actual firearms. They are capable of shooting live ammunition.
Don Swain is the Arizona State Director of the Reenactment Guild of America.
The main difference is what these gentlemen are shooting are safety-tested blanks.
Unfortunately, we'd run out of reenactors if we did it the right way.
You really need to work on your projection.
Judges complained that many of the actors weren't speaking loudly enough. Hard to be heard when freight trains are running back and forth upstage.
Train!
Although they were allowed timeouts, something Billy the Kid never had.
Hey! Get out of town!
Don Swain.
There's a little kid in us that don't want to grow up. We remember playing cowboys and Indians. We get to go out as adults and play with guns every weekend. And we get to stand in front of people and be the hero.
Any particular kind of person that gets involved in reenactment? Is it?
Well, they got to be a little off.
Old-time gunfighters would have found the end of our story a little off. Good guys and bad guys posing together for group photos. Winners holding their trophies. In the old days, the winners just got to keep breathing.
Back in the wild days of the Arizona Territory,